Let's dive into the most jaw-dropping top-trending WWE news picks that are guaranteed to blow your mind, including Roman Reigns' next opponent after WrestleMania XL, major signs that The Rock will betray Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL, WWE offered a contract to Sasha Banks before her AEW debut, LA Knight breaks silence after AJ Styles' brutal attack. A major betrayal is coming within the Judgment Day. A legend recalls the day Cody Rhodes was born. Why is The Rock's Hollywood entrance theme so popular? The Rock causing a huge title change at WrestleMania XL. Let's dive right into it. Major signs that The Rock will betray Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL. The Rock made his comeback to WWE earlier this year, with initial plans for him to face Roman Reigns in the headline match of WrestleMania XL. However, following significant fan criticism, these plans were altered, with Cody Rhodes stepping into the spotlight instead. This change has sparked a heated rivalry between Rhodes and Reigns, marked by personal animosity. Despite this, The Rock and Reigns have shared the ring on multiple occasions, with subtle indications suggesting a possible betrayal by The Rock. Here are 4 clues hinting at the final boss's potential turn against the bloodline. Number 4. The Rock never wanted the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. During the Day 1 episode of WWE Raw, The Rock delivered a promo where he explicitly targeted the head of the table without mentioning the title or WrestleMania. He posed a rhetorical question: should The Rock sit in a booth? Should The Rock sit at the bar? Or should The Rock sit at the head of the table? This promo indicated his intent to confront Roman Reigns. Originally scheduled to clash at WrestleMania, the alteration in plans suggests an inevitable deterioration in the relationship between the two cousins. The significance of determining the true tribal chief in what would have been the grandest WrestleMania main event in history seemed to weigh heavily on The Rock, evident in his hesitant acknowledgement of Roman Reigns. Number 3. Why did The Rock point at Roman Reigns? In recent weeks, The Rock has directed numerous promos towards Cody Rhodes, asserting that the American Nightmare won't emerge from WrestleMania as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. However, amidst these assertions, subtle indications of potential betrayal has surfaced. One such hint occurred when The Rock, while addressing Rhodes, turned towards Roman Reigns and gestured towards the tribal chief, insinuating that Cody would be departing WrestleMania defeated. Notably, The Rock's positioning towards the camera suggested that the gesture towards Reigns was deliberate, prompting speculation among fans regarding its significance. Number 2. Paul Heyman's face when The Rock got the hand gesture wrong. During a recent episode of SmackDown, The Rock aligned himself with the Bloodline, yet fans observed a peculiar gesture from the former world champion. Rather than a conventional hand gesture, The Rock formed an L shape with his thumb and finger, conspicuously signaling towards the crowd. This action appeared to reinforce his earlier characterization of Reigns as a loser in his promo. Notably, Paul Heyman's visible concern suggested an awareness of the mistake, further accentuated when The Rock intentionally switched hands with a microphone to emphasize the L shape. The deliberate nature of this gesture hints at potentially intriguing implications. Number 1. The Final Boss. The Rock has recently adopted the moniker The Final Boss, drawing inspiration from video game terminology, where it refers to the ultimate adversary to defeat at the end of the game. However, within the current storyline, this nickname seems somewhat incongruous. Given that Cody Rhodes must overcome Roman Reigns if the show shows to fulfill his narrative arc, The Rock's designation as the Final Boss doesn't align seamlessly. Had the Great One been slated to confront Roman Reigns in the WrestleMania XL main event, he could have aptly positioned himself as Reigns' ultimate challenge, the conclusive obstacle in his quest to establish supremacy as the true head of the table. Therefore, the appropriateness of The Rock's new nickname might become more evident post-WrestleMania, especially if the storyline unfolds as anticipated. WWE offered to Sasha Banks, also known as Mercedes Mone, before her AEW debut. Former WWE superstar Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Mone, made her highly anticipated debut in All Elite Wrestling AEW during the recent episode of AEW Dynamite in Boston. Interestingly, it has come to light that WWE had also expressed interest in re-signing the former champion. Mercedes Mone electrified the crowd at TD Garden with her debut, kicking off AEW Dynamite Big Business with a compelling promo expressing her enthusiasm for joining AEW. She made a significant impact by intervening in the main event, coming to the aid of Willow Nightingale and Rio, who were under attack by TBS champion Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Despite WWE's generous offer, Mone ultimately followed her instincts and opted to sign with AEW, as revealed by Kevin Undergaro during a conversation with his wife, television personality Maria Menounos, on the Heel Squad podcast. A few months ago, we had a call from her old home saying they want her back. They put out a generous offer. A rival company that exists also put out an offer. Mercedes is really smart. She went with her gut, and she felt the other offer was right. I agree with her. It had a lot more. Not money, necessarily, but opportunity, creative, and mental help, he said. A renowned WWE superstar has responded to Mercedes Mone's debut in All Elite Wrestling and commended Tony Khan for his strategic booking choice. Bully Ray shared his thoughts on Mone's AEW debut during an episode of Busted Open Radio. He praised Tony Khan for selecting Mone to kick off Dynamite, acknowledging that it set the tone for the entire show in a positive manner. Mercedes hopefully kicked off this show really hot for them, with a strong number in which people stuck around. It is a very smart way to open the show. I mean, people kind of knew that she was debuting tonight. If you did, you got what you wanted right off the bat. Smart move by Tony Khan. He did not keep the fanbase waiting. He didn't keep the fanbase at home waiting. But most importantly, he didn't keep the people in the arena sitting on their hands and waiting, he said. Mercedes Mone has subtly suggested that she may make a return to WWE at some point in the future. Nevertheless, her venture with All Elite Wrestling is still in its infancy. LA Knight breaks silence after AJ Styles' brutal attack. WWE superstar LA Knight delivered a forceful message to former WWE champion AJ Styles following Friday night's SmackDown. At Elimination Chamber, Perth, the Phenomenal One made a special trip to Australia solely to thwart the Megastar's chance to contend for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. With simmering hostility between them, both are eagerly anticipating a showdown in the ring. During the latest episode of the Blue Brand, Knight formally challenged Styles to a match at WrestleMania XL. However, the situation quickly escalated when AJ Styles viciously ambushed the 41-year-old star from behind with a steel chair, ultimately accepting his challenge. Taking to X, formerly Twitter, the former $1 Million champion posted a video addressing the incident with the Phenomenal One on SmackDown. LA Knight broke his silence, asserting that the next time he confronts AJ Styles, he will drive him into the ground and exact revenge at WrestleMania 40. Wrestling veteran Dutch Mantel recently expressed his reservations regarding the intense feud between Styles and Knight. While fans eagerly await their showdown at the grandest stage of them all, Mantel shared his perspective on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Smack Talk, explaining why he found the chemistry between the former TNA stars lacking. "I like LA Knight. I like his interviews. I like AJ. Them together, remember I talk a lot about feeling chemistry. I just didn't feel it with those guys. They were going to have a good match. Yeah, I got it. But then, my anticipation of them having a match, it's not there," he said. LA Knight's message to AJ Styles certainly conveyed his determination and intensity ahead of their potential clash at WrestleMania. His vow to make Styles pay for his actions added a compelling layer to their rivalry, heightening anticipation for their showdown. However, whether they can truly deliver a show-stealing performance remains to be seen. The build-up has been promising, but the true test lies in their ability to translate that energy into an unforgettable match on the grand stage. Only time will reveal the outcome, but the prospect of Knight and Styles going to war at WrestleMania is undoubtedly intriguing. Next up, a major betrayal is coming within the Judgment Day. Wrestling veteran Kevin Sullivan discussed a potential twist within the Judgment Day faction if Dominic Mysterio were to capture the WWE Intercontinental Championship in the future. Damian Priest has held the Money in the Bank briefcase since July 2023, prompting speculation about his cash-in plans. While many anticipate him targeting either the undisputed WWE Universal Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion, Sullivan proposed an alternative scenario during a recent segment of Tuesday with the Taskmaster. He suggested that Priest could potentially cash in on his Judgment Day teammate, Dominic Mysterio, should Mysterio secure the Intercontinental Championship. "I like the idea against Dominic because Dominic has got a lot of heat. He could turn back. He's got a future that's going to be unparalleled. It would boost them, and its high tide raises all boats. If you get them in, you're just heating up another program. They've made people in the bloodline. You're not overexposing the bloodline on every other segment," he said. A legend recalls the day Cody Rhodes was born. Cody Rhodes has been a focal point of discussion in the wrestling industry lately. In an exclusive interview, wrestling legend Baby Doll reminisced about a significant moment involving Dusty Rhodes, Cody's father. Baby Doll, known for her role as a valet and wrestler in Jim Crockett Promotions, JCP, during the mid-1980s, shared a notable anecdote. She recalled how she was partying with Dusty Rhodes on the day Cody was born, June 30, 1985. Remarkably, Cody's birth coincided with Baby Doll's transition into becoming Dusty's manager as part of a storyline in JCP. Reflecting on the day Dusty received news of his son's impending arrival, Baby Doll shared her insights with Sportskeeda Wrestling's Dr. Chris Featherstone. "We were actually in Vegas when Dusty got the call that Cody was on the way, so I've been there from the very start. I was partying with Dusty in Las Vegas when he got the call, and believe me, he dropped everything and caught the next flight out and had everything else shipped to him, because he literally left everything and went to the airport." Between 1986 and 1994, Baby Doll was married to fellow wrestler Sam Houston, with whom she shares 2 daughters, Mikala Joy and Mika Tyler. In recent years, Mikala has pursued a career in wrestling, competing for the NWA under the ring names Miss Star and Samantha Star. Additionally, Baby Doll mentioned that she used to watch Dusty Rhodes' other son, Dustin Rhodes, during his high school football days. "We did go to some of Dustin's high school football games, Sam and I did, but Cody was like an infant, so I didn't really see him. I saw him at the very first, but then that was it because he was protected. To see him now, we saw him when he was Stardust, and Samantha actually did a couple of spots for WWE where they had Fandango and everybody went dressed as party kids. She did that a couple of times for him." Baby Doll also expressed her appreciation for the genuine bond between Cody Rhodes, his mother Michelle, and his sister Tail. "I saw him at the shows during Stardust. I've seen him evolve, so it's so cool. An extension of Dusty, it's just magical. It is. And the passion, I feel it, man. I know Michelle better than I know Cody because I know Michelle from the day, and then I know Michelle from when she's doing some funding in the name of Dusty and with Tail. Just the love that Cody has for his mom is heartwarming. To have them all on front row, I know that's special for everyone." Cody Rhodes' mother Michelle has been a prominent figure in his storyline. During the March 15 episode of SmackDown, Cody made a provocative statement, suggesting that Mama Rhodes would witness her son being beaten with a belt at WrestleMania XL. As for what's next for Cody Rhodes in WWE, it would be intriguing to see him continue to delve deeper into this intense storyline involving his family dynamics. Whether he seeks revenge or reconciliation, the development of his character in this narrative could lead to compelling storytelling opportunities. Additionally, exploring his aspirations and goals within the company, along with potential rivalries and championship pursuits, would keep fans engaged and eager to see what unfolds next for the American Nightmare. Next up, we look at why is The Rock's Hollywood entrance theme so popular. The Rock made waves with his captivating concert segment on the latest episode of SmackDown. During the performance, the People's Champion didn't hold back, taking aim at Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. However, his targets didn't end there. The legendary wrestler also made a disturbing promise directed at the American Nightmare's mother. In addition to the verbal jabs, The Rock's entrance garnered attention as he revived his iconic Hollywood theme. This theme, introduced during his heel turn in 2002, has since become synonymous with his villainous persona. The alteration, appearance, and theme for the final boss adds an intriguing dimension to the ongoing Bloodline saga. For those who may not be aware, The Rock is slated to participate in WrestleMania 40, where he will team up with Roman Reigns to face off against Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes in a tag team match. The stipulation adds an interesting twist. If the Bloodline emerges victorious, the subsequent match between Rhodes and Reigns on Night 02 will escalate into a Bloodline Rules showdown. However, if the Simone faction fails to secure victory, they will be prohibited from ringside during the undisputed WWE Universal Championship clash. The Rock causing a huge title change at WrestleMania XL. Since his comeback, The Rock has utilized his influence as a member of the board of directors of the TKO Group. Notable actions include sidelining Cody Rhodes and arranging a match between himself and Roman Reigns, along with introducing a stipulation to the tag team match involving him and the Bloodline at WrestleMania. With the People's Champ exerting his authority, there's potential for a significant change in one of the WrestleMania XL title matches. In addition to the undisputed Universal Championship bout, Seth Rollins is scheduled to defend his World Heavyweight title against Drew McIntyre on Night 02 of the show's shows. Since aligning himself with Cody Rhodes, the Visionary has engaged in fiery verbal confrontations with The Rock. The Great One has expressed his desire to make the World Heavyweight Championship disappear, hinting at the possibility of significant changes at WrestleMania XL. While it's improbable that The Rock will literally make the title vanish, his actions could have a substantial impact on the event. There's speculation that Seth Rollins might face an unexpected assault from the most electrifying man in sports entertainment before WrestleMania, creating an opportunity for Damian Priest to utilize his Money in the Bank contract. This could potentially lead to Priest replacing Rollins in the matchup against Drew McIntyre at the Showcase of the Immortals. The probability of this scenario coming to fruition seems low. While The Rock may desire to gain an edge over Seth Rollins, Damian Priest has prior WrestleMania commitments that demand his attention. Specifically, he is slated to defend his undisputed tag team championship alongside Finn Balor in a six-pack ladder match. Considering this, it seems unlikely that Priest would shift his focus to cashing in his Money in the Bank contract at this juncture. And lastly, Roman Reigns' next opponent after WrestleMania XL. Cody Rhodes faces immense pressure heading into his rematch with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL. Having lost their initial encounter at last year's shows, the upcoming Night 2 main event appears to be a crucial moment for him. While some may view this match as a make-or-break situation for Rhodes, Ricochet holds a different perspective. The real-life Bloodline member has expressed confidence in Cody's resilience. He believes that regardless of the outcome, Rhodes will persevere. Ricochet has endorsed the Tribal Chief to retain the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, foreseeing the continuation of his feud with Rhodes and Seth Rollins beyond WrestleMania. The WWE Hall of Famer elaborated on his prediction for Roman Reigns' victory over Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL during an episode of his podcast, Ricochet Fatu Off the Top. He argued that prolonging the feud between the two sides would generate more interest, suggesting that it could continue for the remainder of the year before reaching its ultimate conclusion. Ricochet then offered his thoughts on the future trajectories of both stars. He proposed the possibility of Reigns and Seth Rollins engaging in a match post-WrestleMania, while envisioning Rhodes potentially facing The Rock following his defeat to the Tribal Chief. Where do we go if we finish the story with Cody and Roman? Okay, the fans are happy. Everybody's happy. But where do we go after that? If, in case we do go into the second night with the Bloodline story, there's so many ways you can go coming off of that angle. There are many other branches you can take. It can be down the line, Rock Cody and Roman Seth come back into a cage match. There's probably a whole year this one angle can go on, and one that generates revenue for TKO generates revenue for WWE, said Ricochet. Ricochet emphasized the importance of maintaining the current storyline, citing its profitability thus far. He advocated for Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, The Rock, and Cody Rhodes to exclusively appear in major stadium shows moving forward. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. See you at the next one.